them are more than pals.
Our show can be a little gay,
But if you're not,
that's okay.
you can listen and have fun either way. Xena, Star Wars, Doctor Who, guests and music and reviews. Game of Thrones, Winona too. We promise there's something for you. She nerds out. We're girls that like dirty things. Dirty things.
Hello and welcome to the She Nerds Out podcast. Hi, my name's Kat.
Hi, Kat. Good to see you. It's been a while. I'm Wendy.
And this is Tara. I'm also from the podcast version of She Nerds Out.
Right. This is not the feature film version.
Right.
It's not the television version. This is the podcast version. I think I remember how to do this. So I think we all said hi, and then I say, on today's episode, we have a mail sack, we have some other stuff, and we're going to talk about what's been going on last couple weeks in our lives. But before we do that, hey, Wendy, was it, right? Wendy?
Yeah. Here.
Hi, Wendy. Do you want to tell us some celebrity birthdays, and then Tara and I will guess the ages of the
That's
celebrities?
a fun idea.
Yeah, let's do it.
How come we've never done this before?
I don't know. I just came.
It's just been like a year.
Oh, feels like it.
All right. On July the 2nd. It's July now.
Hey,
We've been together since June-ish.
happy Canada Day, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How is your Canadian gathering?
Canadian
Is that a
beer.
Canadian beer?
It is. It is.
What kind is it?
It's
What does it say?
Labatt Blue.
Oh.
It's a Pilsner. It's a very, listen, if you know Canadian beers, this is one of them.
Okay. All right. But is it as fine of a beer as like a Pabst Blue Ribbon would be?
Oh, you know what? I think it's pretty on par with the Pabst. Yeah,
With
I
the
think
Pabst.
It's PBR
Pabst.
adjacent.
That
Yeah.
tells me all I need to know. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Enjoy that.
Thank you so much.
Well, should we share what we're all drinking?
I think we
here?
should.
Why not? Because I'm just going to go. Can I go ahead and say what time it is here?
I want you to do that.
It is 2:30 p.m. in the afternoon here in Los Angeles on Monday afternoon. All three of us are drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
I've got my very fine beer from Maine that my very good friend Kat Crimmins got for me as part of my beer club membership for my
That's
birthday
right.
this year.
Oh.
So, yes. Wendy, what do you have?
A Yosemite Road Cabernet Sauvignon that on Saturday night I said, F it, I'm going to order DoorDash and have them bring me some wine.
Now, is that from the
So I
fine?
did.
From the fine.
Along with some Chex Mix and pizza.
Now, is that of the high-end wine store here, 7-Eleven? Was that where that was from?
It is. How'd you
Yes.
know my distributor? It is the 7-Eleven. You know why? Because free delivery over $12.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Well, their
Yeah.
sommeliers are very fine there, and
Yes.
they've picked the finest. And you can
It's
get wine and Chex Mix.
I mean, come on.
And what else did you say? Like toilet paper or
Some
something?
Stouffer's,
Oh.
Stouffer's French fried pizzas and a Coke
Preparation
Zero.
age.
Oh,
Let me tell you. Oh, it has a lingering medium body. I feel like
Oh,
that's what I
wow.
have.
Oh.
just lingers.
It's appropriate. A lingering medium body.
Ah.
Eh.
Oh, yeah, that's the kind
I'm a-
of month it's been in a week so far.
It kind of has. Look, we've been dealing with life stuff. All of us.
Yeah.
All of us.
All of us, man.
We're
Well-
here because we missed each other.
Life
we missed
hit
Yeah.
hard
you.
in June.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about our snopping, but first let's celebrate the joy of others
So, yes,
with
thank
these
you.
birthdays.
Very good.
Those
I
who
do.
were born. All right. July the 2nd. I've never said her name like this, but I feel like I should have. It's Margot Robbie. Or maybe I
Ah.
have. Either way,
Hmm.
Margot, a.k.a. Barbie, a.k.a. Robbie,
Yeah.
was born on July 2nd. What year? How old is
Fine
Margot?
Australian.
Okay. So, Ooh, I
really
think
have no idea.
she is turning 30 76.
I'm gonna go. It's a good answer. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 37.
It wasn't as good an answer as you thought. She's turning 34.
Oh, I was gonna fucking
I thought
say
she was
that.
older. I thought she was like
Say
later
that.
30s. I feel like she's
That's
just
why
been around a while.
Right, because I think I've looked her up before, and she was way younger than I thought. Not just because not that I think she looks older, just because she has a very mature and very different look.
Yeah,
Yes.
and she's been so successful for so long.
I
you
mean,
know?
look at her. Of course, she's been successful. Come on.
She's Barbie. She's ageless.
I saw a picture of her the other day that I just thought, what? How does one look like that in life?
Yeah.
I mean,
Must be
what
nice.
happens? How did that happen?
And also, I think Ryan Gosling is a little older. But of course, they
okay.
bleached his hair, and he's looking like
Yeah.
a model or whatever,
Yeah,
a doll
exactly.
in
A doll,
Barbie.
yeah.
But yeah, so it kind of threw me off a little bit.
No, that's totally
'Cause
fair.
they seemed more same age, but okay.
Well, also on July the 2nd, someone who in no way looks like Margot Robbie, but I find attractive in his own way. It's one of my older man crushes that I told him so when I met him. Saul Rubinek, who I adore.
Oh,
He was in some of my favorite POI episodes. He was in Warehouse 13.
Yes.
He was in Frasier back in the day. He's the kind of actor who's done a bazillion things. He's been in 177 things. So he's done a lot. And if you don't know the name, if you saw his face, you'd probably know.
Oh, he was in Sneaky Pete, wasn't he?
I don't know
Am I
about
thinking of
that one,
somebody
but
else? Am I thinking of
maybe.
somebody else?
So if he's done like one thing a year, then he'd be about 177. So I'm gonna say he's maybe done 2 to 3 things a year.
And he's had series like where he's been a regular, I guess. But I mean, even with that, he's been a regular, semi-regular on series, and he's still racked up a lot of credits. So.
Yeah. I'm gonna say he's turning 73.
I don't know. I'm gonna say 80.
I'm going to say 76.
Oh.
Yeah. And if I ever got to meet him again, I would definitely get a picture with him. I did not do that the last time. And
Sorry, where
adore
was it a
him.
convention that you
Yeah,
did?
in Dallas. They had a Warehouse 13 gathering.
Nice.
And I met him and I said, "You're the sexiest man on Warehouse 13." He's like, oh, thank you. He's adorable. I adore him. He's so cute. On July 8th, now we can all see if we're within 6 degrees of this human. That is Kevin Bacon. I don't know how I am 6 degrees from Kevin Bacon. But...
Because you know me.
Wait, I was in a movie with Kevin Bacon.
You were
it's
in a
1
movie
degree. I was an extra in JFK.
Nice.
And a stand-in. And it was in JFK. Boom, 1 degree.
What's your degree, Kat?
Well, I've met Mr. Bacon a couple of times.
Oh.
His wife was the
Kira.
starter
Oh,
of
yeah, the closer.
and so he would
Right.
come to rap parties and stuff. And then I think he actually worked on an episode of Major Crime. So technically, we did work on the same show together.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah,
Please tell me he's pleasant.
he is the nicest man in the world.
Good. He seems like it.
Very approachable, very chill and nice.
He was adorable in the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special.
Yes,
On Disney Plus.
he played
He was
himself.
really cute. Yeah.
That was great.
Mr. Bacon. That's a great name.
Mr. Bacon. Yes,
Oh,
Mr.
how old
Bacon.
is he, by the way?
Oh gosh. Right.
Man, he's very limber still. I know he puts out some
Yeah,
dance videos and
Footloose,
things.
baby.
But he's real.
Getting up
Yeah,
there,
man.
though.
Yeah, I know. Like I'm gonna stick with 73. I'm gonna say he's turning 73.
Let me do some quick math here. And it's me, so it's not gonna be quick. Okay. So in the 80s, it was probably
Wendy's
like
face is offended.
20s and 30s, let's say that. And then so that would be 43 years ago. So I'm gonna say, what did you say, Tara?
73.
Ooh, interesting. I'm gonna say 68.
Thank you. He's 66. 70s, Tara. Come on. I was offended
Come
by
on,
Kevin Bacon in the 70s category.
No, I just thought he was one of those guys. Well, like Kat said, like he's in Footloose, supposed to be playing a teenager, and he's probably like 30.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought he was probably on the older side. So
How old was he in Footloose? Wendy, do you have that information
I
available?
did, and I hold please. I'm gonna do my in math.
He's probably like 30. Maybe.
Well,
but
let's
he
see,
was-
he was born in 58. So when was Footloose?
I don't know.
Good question.
Yes, I think it was. I mean, it was definitely when I was in high school, 1984.
Oh, you got it.
So
Anyone?
28?
What does that make
mean?
him?
No, 24? No, 26. I don't know.
Hold on,
I'm just
let me get a
guessing. I'm just
calculator.
saying numbers now.
All right. So what did we say? He
He was like 26.
born in 1958.
26-ish.
So 1984.
Or 25, probably when they
minus
shot it.
1958. 26. 26 years old.
Playing us
And they
like a
probably
senior.
shot it the year before. So I'd say he's probably 25. So still not high school, but.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, happy
Fair
birthday,
enough.
Kevin.
Yes.
Yep. So I have 2 degrees from Kevin then.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
I'd
good.
say
Right.
Kat's is probably closer because she actually met the man. I just appeared on screen in the same film.
So tell us about this movie. What movie is this?
It was JFK. Did you ever see JFK?
I did.
Oliver Stone?
You're in JFK.
Well,
You play
I play at one point.
What's her name?
I was
Jackie Onassis.
Jackie.
Yes, that was me. So I went down. First, they had a big casting call for people to come down to like the Dallas Convention Center. So mom took me and my friend
Oh.
Shelly, I think.
That's fun.
And they just kind of looked at you and like, no, you're not interesting, or yeah, let's have
God.
you read. I mean, they literally
they
'cause
say
didn't do
that?
anything. No, but they were like just looking
Like,
at the
"Meh."
crowd for people that were like, oh, you are an interesting looking person.
You're boring. Get out of here.
So of course I was boring, and we
Oh,
didn't make the
no.
cut. And then
Boring.
so then they I was at home from work, I guess. I was it was not during was it school, work? No, I think I was home from working. I don't know what I was doing. And a friend's mom called and said, "Hey, they announced on the radio they need extras to come down to be in the motorcade scene,
Oh,
the
God.
infamous JFK motorcade scene."
Jeez.
So I ran down
fun day
there,
at work.
signed up. I walked across the street with some other random extra they paired me with, and we were walking back and forth. And then we would walk right by Gary Oldman, aka Oswald,
Right.
as he makes his way out of the building, and he casually walks across the street, and we walk right by him. We're like, we're gonna be in it. We just walk right by him, and that part was cut,
Of
so we
course.
weren't. No, so we didn't see ourselves there. So the next day, I went back down, and I was standing outside waiting to check in or whatever, and someone came out. They're like, "Hey, is there a Wendy here? We're looking for Wendy." And I'm like, I'm a Wendy. Yeah, you come with us.
Huh.
So they pull me in, and there's a famous woman, the lady in the red coat, Jean Hill, I think was her name. And she's standing in the middle of the grassy knoll area, like in
Yeah.
this center triangle area thing. And she claims that she saw or heard where the gunshot came from. And so
Right.
she runs over there to try to go towards where it came from. She's like got blonde hair, red coat, and I think the police tackle her or something. And I guess the actress who played her couldn't be there that day. So they had me. They were trying to curl my hair up short like hers. I'm like, cut it if you need to. They're like, all right. So they cut my hair, put me in the red coat, and I just stood on the thing, just like not knowing what to do. So I think
Wow.
at most it was used in a really wide shot,
That's
and
so
they just
cool,
needed
though.
a chick in a blonde chick in a red coat.
That's amazing.
Okay, so they didn't tackle you. They didn't make you run.
No,
and then
they didn't tell me what to do. I'm like, should I
tackle.
run over there?
Run that
I
way.
just stood there, and there's a really wide shot in the movie. I don't even know if it's in color, but I'm like, maybe that's me. Just nothing's happening.
Just say it's you.
Nice.
So I saw the JFK assassination over and over and over again. And one of the coolest things was in the downtime, I got to hang out in the trailer area with like
Oh,
different,
no.
like basically Kennedy and the wife were sitting there, the guy that played him,
Oh,
the
sure.
people that played him, the Umbrella Man, who's part
Wow.
of one of the conspiracies, the
Yes.
Cuban, who's also, that's the name of one of the people involved in the conspiracies, and some guy who was like an advisor, and he was talking about all the crazy JFK theories.
And you were just all hanging out.
And I was just hanging out.
What
It
an
was really cool.
interesting-
And so you were, you were
experience.
woman in the red coat then.
I
and
was
all
the
that.
woman
Were
in the
you
red coat.
Iconic.
referring to each other by these names?
I doubt
when you
it.
were hanging out?
I don't know.
I'm the Umbrella Man.
I think we probably,
am the
there
Cuban.
probably was talk like about who they were playing.
That's really
But
fun.
I remember hanging out with like President Kennedy, and I think his wife was there. I think
Sure.
Jackie was there. The Cuban and the Umbrella Man,
Very
and
good.
we were just
Wow.
hanging out at the trailers.
Pretty
And we saw
cool.
Kevin Costner was on set, but he wasn't acting. He was just there.
Observing.
And I'm sure Oliver Stone was there. I'm sure he was
Well, I
around.
guess you weren't so boring after all. Yeah.
No, I guess I wasn't.
Look at that.
Guess they needed me more than they thought.
Yeah.
Stupid cat.
By name, they called you.
Yeah.
Wendy.
They didn't
is there
even
a
say
Wendy?
blonde lady. They said
Or
Wendy.
my last name. They just like it's like someone probably pulled the picture from the other day and said, or maybe they took our pictures as extras to match our look if they need to.
They probably did.
Like, who's that blonde girl? See if she's out there.
You mean Wendy? Yes. Go get Wendy.
That's my claim to fame right there.
Wow.
Good.
I was an
good.
extra.
I love it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
And you were the stand-in for Sherry J. Wilson. So,
That's right.
wow.
That's
Listen,
right.
You've played multiple blonde ladies.
It's kind of
right.
your
You
thing.
need a
I
blonde
play
lady.
the blonde lady.
And your
Thank you very
catchphrase
much.
is, if you need to cut it, cut it.
Yeah.
Just pay me.
Got it.
Just
Oh,
cut
my
it.
hair. Yeah. Seriously, I'm like, do it.
Yeah,
do it.
and also, or the scene, but
Or
still.
the scene.
like,
I got
pay
home
me.
that day and mom's like, what happened to your hair? Like, they
Works
had to
on-
cut it for a part. Mom.
Works on 2 levels.
If they'd asked to shave it, I'd have probably said, yeah. Sure. I don't know. My hair's the only thing I got going for me. I may not have. Like, now I'm like Samson. Don't take my hair.
You need that.
That's all I got.
It's
But anyway, that's why I'm 1 degree from Kevin Bacon.
fantastic.
Have you not seen that cat?
I have. It's been a really long time.
Oh, okay.
It's been a while.
There's so many people. My acting teacher's in that too, and some other people that were like kind of the better known local actors at the time.
Yeah. Dallas
Yeah.
finest.
Dallas's finest.
Well,
How do you follow that? I know. I know. That was
I
riveting.
know. We're going to try.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, we've got this week in snopping, but should we do it this month in snopping?
I mean, I think we have to.
Okay, we'll go
Well,
day by day.
okay.
June 1st.
Dear
we
diary.
begin
I woke
Pride
up
Month
around 10 a.m.
Yeah.
No.
and said, oh, yeah, we're going to definitely record all those podcasts this month. And
Yeah,
we're
we-
definitely going to go to all the Pride events this month.
Yeah, we're not
So
taking a
much-
break this June.
We have
Yeah,
so
that's it.
much planned.
Not this June. Yeah, we're texting on the chain. What do you guys want to do? Dyke Day?
There's so much
that's
stuff coming out to
right.
talk about this month.
Complete silence on Tara going with Tara to Dyke Day.
Crickets.
Yeah.
Crickets.
Did you-
Crickets.
Yeah.
But I did not get to go to Dyke Day. Do you know
No.
why?
I could guess.
Well, you think
I
you
mean,
guys do.
I think we do, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is Tara, by the way, in case you forgot. My mother was very ill and was actually had fallen and had a lot of issues going on, and her luckily her friend found her, and so she was in the ICU, and she's still there now. So I was in Florida, where my mother lives, for the last 3 weeks. I got back a couple days ago. So she's still there in the hospital. I had moved my flight a couple times, and I couldn't. Apparently, this week is one of the most popular weeks, other than Christmas, for travel in the United States.
I think it set a record.
Yeah, and so when I tried to move it a third time, it was like, that's going to be an additional $700. It was insane to like move my flight by even one day past the Friday I had. So because then that starts the July 4th here, Independence Day week. So apparently people just take the whole week off. I guess that's a summer thing.
Apparently.
I don't really go on big summer trips usually.
Because it's always busy wherever you go.
Yeah, but let me tell you, it was freaking busy in the airport coming back. It was kind of a madhouse. So I was like, what is going on? And then I was talking to Wendy, and she said, oh yeah, we had a story on our show today about that. So yeah, so she's doing better than she was. She was not doing very well there for a little bit. She's doing better, still not good, but improved. So I definitely will be going back at some point. So keep her in your thoughts. Some
Yes.
positive thoughts.
We will indeed.
Yeah, so that's basically so being in Florida. And before we were recording, I was just chatting with y'all and telling you, I don't know how many listeners we have in Florida. We love you, but I don't. 3 weeks was plenty long enough. One, it was hot. It was 90 plus degrees Fahrenheit, plus humidity. So it's like you have a little swamp cloud around you at all times when you're outside. So I was just sweaty all the time, just sweaty. and and then it's Florida, so it's much more conservative. We'll say that. So it's Pride Month, right? I was actually surprised because I went to this town my mom lives in is on it's in the Tampa area, but about 45 minutes north, and so it feels much more like a little small, more rural area.
Okay.
So I saw some Confederate flags and lots of the thin blue line stickers on everything, and lots of the blue,
so fucked.
And then, but I did see at the Winn-Dixie grocery store, one of their employees have like a Winn-Dixie Pride shirt on. So their company Pride shirt.
Winn-Dixie Pride.
Winn-Dixie. Yeah. So I was like, okay. Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. I didn't know if there was like a secret handshake I should do with her or something, and then I'm pretty sure I saw some other lesbians out and about when I went to dinner one night with one of my mom's friends. And then, I
think instead of a handshake, it'd be like the nod,
the nod. Yeah, that's kind of what it was. That's kind of what it was. But there was an acknowledgement. Yeah, because it was also like a shock, like, whoa. Okay.
Or even a little.
There's another one.
Right. And then, but at the Tampa airport, there was so much Pride stuff around. I was like, you go. And at Walmart in this little town, they had quite a bit of Pride stuff out. So they didn't take down their displays at this particular Walmart. And then the airport had so much Pride stuff.
That's amazing.
But I don't know if it's an international airport. Does it really count for the city? I don't know. But yeah, so that it was. I'm glad to be home. I mean, I know I have to go back, and it's just been a stressful, very stressful time. So, but I'm here, and I went to the Angel City FC, our local women's pro soccer team, their Pride event. So that was the one Pride event I really got in. That was on June 30th. So the very last second.
Squeaked it.
But
right
it is one of the gayest events in town, let me tell you.
From what I saw, it sure is.
The corner flags are gay. It's so good. They're shooting off fireworks, rainbow fireworks.
Awesome.
It's very heartwarming there, and they play at this beautiful stadium in downtown LA. And Wendy, I don't know if you're gonna maybe talk about this in your week in stopping, how you actually went to your first ACFC game.
Right.
I did.
But yeah, it's always a very welcoming community and space there. But on Pride Night, it is like times 10 because it was just very heartwarming to see families there, just men there with husband, a straight, what appeared like appeared to be like a husband, wife, children, all decked out, like just so supportive, and just everyone kind of coming together and just different walks of life and so diverse, and just seeing the level of support. And it was like
it's really nice.
Staunch difference than what I was coming from Florida for 3 weeks, so
could not be more different.
It was like, oh, look at all the families, and just everyone is so different from each other, and it was just so nice and very cool. So that's pretty much been my month. 3 weeks in Florida plus one Pride event.
Well, we're glad you're back, and we're definitely thinking about your mom and you, but it's so good to have you back.
Yes.
Welcome back, Tara.
And glad you got a little Pride before the end of the month.
So, what did y'all do?
Wendy, do you have anything?
Well, the biggest thing, I went home for this right about when Tara left for Florida. My mother's house sold, That's something
Woo!
that I've been dealing with for a year and a half now. The house, what to do with it, packing stuff, moving stuff. And that's a load off. So I went home to finish that up, and it sold in a week
Amazing.
because,
Yeah.
I'm just glad it's done. And so that took up a little bit of time. Like Tara said, I did go to my first ACFC game. Thank you to Noe
Yes.
for the invite.
Of course.
It's like, I know it's a work night, but I'm like, screw it. I don't care. Like, I need to get out of the house. I want to do something fun.
Awesome.
So I got to sit in the fun Noe seats where you get like free food and drink, and they're
Yeah,
awesome. You're like in the second row.
That's
Fancy.
And
that is cool. That sounds amazing.
and I was so one of the most exciting parts to me being a big NCIS fan was I'm looking out on the field, and I think her name was pronounced Diana Rezanover, and I'm sorry if that's pronounced wrong, but she plays Casey, the lab tech who took over for Abby on NCIS, who's really fun. She's been to Klexicon.
Oh, cool.
I don't want to misquote it. She's some either queer, bisexual, lesbian. I'm not sure, something in real life, and I think on the show as well. But she was out there to lead. I guess they have a chant at the beginning where they're like scarves up, or they do like a chant, and she led that. And she looks so cute. She looks just like she did on the show. I'm like, hey, that's the chick from CIS. I was really excited about that. I was also excited to see Jennifer Garner. She made an appearance, hung out with the drumming people. That was fun. And some other celebrities were there, but I was really excited about Jen and Deanna. But it was fun, and they won. So apparently they don't have a great record this season. So Noe said I should come back. Maybe they'll win some more.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was the good luck
good
charm.
luck.
Yeah, they did not win.
No,
yesterday.
but they were playing an undefeated team.
Yeah, no, they did
So-
not look good against them.
Oh,
I
Really?
could definitely tell that the Orlando Pride were a really great team. So we lost 2-0. I know you went up to the roof, so you can talk a little about that. I've been up there before, but we attempted to go, but it was so packed.
Really?
The line, they
Right?
capped
Like
it at capacity. Yeah, it's
Wow.
the after party on the roof of the stadium.
Very cool.
It's very cool. We've been before, but it was kind of like, oh my God, we waited in a long line, and then they capped it, and there were still like 40 people. So it's basically like, unless 2 people come out, 2 people can't go in.
Right.
We're like, oh God, nah, we'll come back another day. So I didn't even see Noe yesterday.
Oh no.
Because you're gonna see her at the party, and then we just bounced. We were tired, and
You just bounced.
but let me tell you, you mentioned Jennifer Garner. So at the game, it lists before the game, it lists all the officials, like the referees, and it said assistant referee Jennifer Garner. And Rachel and I were looking at that. We're like, is this like a joke? Like, is she?
Or was there really a ref named Jennifer Garner?
There, well, we wait. Then that shows them walking out. We're like, did Jennifer Garner go get her like ref's
like a
license and like as like
certified
a
or
joke,
something?
right?
He
like
might
an
be biased
or an
against-
honorary, right? I don't think they'd let her. But then like they came out and there was a woman, and I assumed that was Jennifer Garner, just also named Jennifer
That's
Garner.
pretty funny.
Made me laugh because I'm like, what?
I'm surprised they haven't done some sort of skit
Right.
with Jennifer Garner's.
That's
I
funny.
was waiting on the edge of my seat. Right, that would be like good pregame content. They had some
Oh.
really good pregame. Yeah, like that
That'd
would
be
be a
awesome.
fun one. But
Like
I guess
she's like Jennifer
that probably be
Garner,
biased.
famous, is like dressed. She got the referee uniform on and stuff, and she's like got a whistle. She's like ready to go out, and then like you pan over to the other Jennifer Garner. She's like, "That's my whistle." Like it's,
oh yeah, that'd be great.
it
That'd be
writes
great.
itself.
Oh, but Wendy, you went up to the roof, right?
Yeah. I mean, we didn't stay and have drinks or anything because, like, I had to work the next day. But they wanted me to go up and see it. So we went up there for a little bit, saw the view. Yeah, it's fun. It looks like it'd be a fun place if you had the time and wherewithal to go after the game, if you can get in. you know.
Right.
But it was a fun experience. I took Tara's parking suggestions and parked for free.
Oh, good to know.
A little walkover. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
and
I'm not revealing the spot. 'cause
Don't.
It's a secret.
me neither.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Please,
No.
please don't.
So it was a completely fun night out of finally getting to my first ACFC game. Match, I guess is what I should say. There was a shirt I was going to buy if it was in the shop, but they didn't have it. So I didn't get. I was going to get a shirt to wear during the match, but they did not have the one I wanted that I saw online. But it was fun. It was like, with Noe's seats, you get food and drink. So I felt like I need to eat and drink a lot because it's free. So a
Yeah.
couple beers, I had a hot dog, I had some Skittles, some popcorn, some brownies and cookies.
Yeah.
That's a
Wow.
good day right there.
Fries.
That's great.
night.
It was a blast.
Well, for Pride,
Oh.
they had a new shirt called "Go Women, Go Gays, Go ACFC."
That's so
No,
fun.
let me tell you, they had a whole rack of them, and the lesbians were swarming to
I
that
bet.
rack.
Is it this year or sometime they had a shirt that said gay CFC?
Oh,
Was that a thing? I feel like I saw something. I think that's pretty funny
good.
too.
they
Gay
really
CFC.
embrace it. If you're visiting Los Angeles between the months of March and October, try to see if there might be a home game because it's a lot of fun.
Well, my friend is coming to town early August, and I was like, hey, we should see if they're playing in town, but they're on a break for the Olympics. They're playing like
Oh.
friendlies and stuff, but they're not
That makes
playing
sense.
at that stadium like normal.
Yeah.
So, like,
Excited about
sorry.
the Olympics, though. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, believe me,
Love the
I work for an
Olympics.
NBC station. It's all we talk about.
Yeah, we'll be having some
All
segments,
Olympics,
I'm
all the
sure.
time.
Yep.
Oh, it's gonna be great. I love the Olympics. I'm all in.
Yeah.
I watch it all the time.
The best.
I know you watch all those weird sports. You know, speaking, this has almost turned into a sports segment. I mean,
I
we could
think
just
we're there.
sports, okay?
Let's just live in it.
On my way back this weekend at the airport, they had ESPN Ocho on. If you're not familiar in America, there's this every once in a while they'll change like ESPN or ESPN News over to ESPN Ocho. And it just is like the weirdest shit, like the weirdest sports, if you can call them that. I don't know. So there was professional pillow fighting. Grown men that look like they're in full MMA, UFC style fighting gear in a
No.
cage-like environment. It looked like at first I thought they were UFC fighters and they were just fucking hitting each other with these sacks of whatever. And it was pillow fighting. And it was like UPC or something like United Pillow Fighting Championship.
How do you win?
I don't know. Well,
You knock them out.
it was like points. No, I wish that'd be more exciting. Well, if they were okay, so if those pillowcases were filled with like coins, like that would be more
Or
exciting.
tiny pebbles.
Oh
Right.
my God. That would be a lot faster.
But no, there are no knockouts. It was more like a point system of some kind.
Okay.
But I was the guy next to me at the bar was just laughing his ass off too because we were like, "What are we watching?"
Bizarre.
But,
Sounds like a joke, you know?
yeah, they were
One
very
of the best
serious.
things I've ever seen on ESPN Ocho, they had marble races. And
Marble.
you race marbles down
God.
these tracks and to see which marble won. And God bless it if that wasn't one of the most fascinating things I've ever watched on ESPN. I loved it. I love the marble races. And the things are legit. Like I think they have these things.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
They just
no, they're like
show
well
them.
done.
Yeah. There's
And
some
they have like commentators and stuff.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's insane the amount of effort and money they put in. I think ESPN Ocho is where what is it like the beanbag toss, you know? Like what is that?
Cornhole.
Cornhole. So
Professional
now that it's like a
cornhole.
but
big
now it's
thing,
on
right?
legit.
It's legit, but that's that's where it started. Like cornhole,
Got it.
like a professional cornhole eye roll. It was maybe 10 years ago. That was on ESPN Ocho. Now it's
Right.
blown
It's
up
like
everywhere.
on legit ESPN. I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
that's the only professional sport I have a fighting chance at, you know?
cornhole.
Going
Yeah.
pro. Yeah, I think I could do it.
Yeah.
I think I could do it.
Apparently, some of the sports that have been shown on ESPN Ocho, one was the mullet championship.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
boy.
Craziest mullet.
That's in Florida, right?
Probably. There was Stein holding. Yes.
Oh,
Try to hold it
All
as
right,
long as
shit,
you
I can do
can.
that.
there's face slapping now. There's
I've
professional
seen
face
that,
slapping.
and that's like brutal.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it is brutal.
It's
How
like
is that a
MMA.
thing?
Yeah, MMA
M&M's.
type
Ooh, I had those.
guys with M&Ms, but like
Yeah.
just like brutal.
And like you're basically defenseless. You basically hold your face out over
Yeah,
a podium
just stand
and you're
there.
like, I'm not going to defend myself. You smack me in the head as hard as you possibly can.
Awful.
And then they replay it in
I
slow
want
motion
you to
20
hit me
times.
as hard as you can.
Let's see what happens.
uh,
Man.
That was a great episode of Grey's Anatomy, by the way. There was a little girl played by Abigail Breslin at the time, I believe, who thought she was indestructible, and she'd always tell people to hit her as hard as they could.
That's amazing.
Because she couldn't be
That's
hurt.
awesome.
And Alex Karev finally figured out she had that disease that like you can't feel pain.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How far along into Grey's was that? That
Oh, maybe a season 2.
Oh, so that
one
was
or
early
two.
on.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was early on because she was young, and people were like hitting her. She had her friends hit her with baseball bats. She
That's
like
awesome.
stitched
Wow.
herself up, and
I
Wow.
want to see this episode.
and at first they thought she was maybe being abused at home, and so they had to figure
That's
out
great.
and she kept making maybe she was making up excuses, as for
Right.
but she's like, no, I told my friend to hit me with a bat. And she's like, Krev, punch me in the stomach right now, do it.
Wow.
So
Well, I just
amazing.
watched Fight Club. It's been a minute since it's been out, I know, but I watched Fight Club the other night. It's like, I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
like for the first time.
No,
Oh, okay.
the first time in a
yeah.
long time.
I was gonna ask that too.
Yeah.
First time?
I
Okay.
don't know, just I hadn't
'Cause
seen
you're-
it in a long time, so I was curious. Like,
Yeah, because you're usually up on. The
no, I
movies.
saw it years ago.
Yeah,
I just
Yeah.
forgot everything about it.
fair
Well,
enough.
If you're bored, look up some ESPN Ocho videos.
Sounds like a
And it's
rabbit
8,
hole.
ESPN 8, but they call it
You
ESPN
will not be
Ocho.
disappointed by any means.
I don't know why it's called ESPN Ocho. I don't know.
Wasn't
Do
it
you guys-
Wasn't it from a movie? Like, what's the goofy Ben Stiller male model?
Oh,
Or
Zoolander?
something. I
Oh.
feel like it was from a movie.
Interesting.
I'm looking it up.
Oh, like a
but
fake
then they
ESPN
did
channel?
It was like it was the concept originated as a fictional television channel in Dodgeball, a true underdog story in 2004.
Oh.
And then they kind of said, starting in 2017, they paid homage to Dodgeball by airing a day-long ESPN 8 The Ocho Marathon on its college sports channel, ESPNU.
There you go.
So after it was like a fake, and then they said, hey, let's do it for one day. And
then-
it's caught on. And I think they
here we
do it
are.
probably every year. It said it was originally on August 8th, so I don't know. Probably around August or somewhere around this time they
nice.
roll out the ESPN
Yeah.
Ocho.
Now it's just their experimental network. They're just going to be like, let's just see what people, what bites we get on stuff,
Where else are you going to
watch
see the
that?
Microsoft Excel World Championship or
No.
contractor pulling, extreme
Those are
axe
two
and knife games,
Very diverse sports.
So different.
slippery stairs, pillow fight, foot golf, adult
Foot
kickball,
Golf.
Wait, what did you say? Adult what?
adult kickball.
Kickball. Okay.
They have to specify adult because they don't need to specify adult kick golf or foot
Slippery
golf
stairs
or adult
know.
marble racing.
Tetris championships, sign spinning. Oh, I remember watching sign spinning. That was actually pretty
Oh, okay.
interesting.
The sign
Okay.
spinning is cool because they
That-
straight up do acrobatics while they're spinning these
Yeah.
signs.
That's fun. I would totally
Yeah.
watch that.
Now that I could get behind being an Olympic sport because there is some very serious
Yeah, it's impressive.
physical things going on.
Hundo P.
But also then what do they have like a sales quota they have to meet also?
I don't think so. They just have to be talented.
How
How
many
many-
people actually get driven into the
Exactly.
business?
The whatever. The cell
I mean,
phone
if
store
the
or
sale
quiz
the
note.
whole
Yeah,
point
right.
is to get an audience. So if you're not doing that, what's the point?
Right.
Fair.
Okay. But like, what's your catchphrase at the end? Like when you're done, you're like, head on down to Quiznos Town. Like then you got to move them. You got to move them
You gotta
over
move
to the
those-
business.
Yeah, you got to move those
Oh.
sandwiches.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to tell you what I did over our break. And first of all, I'm going to tell you that for the lifetime of our podcast, we've had 179 downloads in Florida.
Oh,
So
No,
there are-
lifetime? Wow.
Lifetime. So there are some Snop Tarts in Florida, maybe just one Snop Tart in Florida, and they listened to Cat Brell's episode a couple times. We don't know.
Right.
So we're
Or
definitely
they
able-
listen to, there's one Snop Tart and they've listened to every episode once.
did
We have
they?
Yes.
about that many.
Yeah, exactly.
Who are you, Florida
Who are
listener?
you? Tell us who you are.
Be counted.
And thank you for
Your vote counts,
It does. We
especially in
appreciate
Florida.
you. And, boy, good for you for living there.
Yes.
It's not for everybody. It's not for the faint of heart. So no, yeah. I am unemployed, so I've had a lot of free time, which I've been very. I really like to be lazy. I'm actually a very lazy person in my core. So as soon as work is done, I just go into full on lazy mode.
It's called
Yeah.
you time, taking care of yourself.
Thank you, Tara.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So we get this van. So Leah's working. So I took the van out for like 4 days all by my lonesome.
Whoa. Where'd
And
you
it
go?
was awesome. I went to a campground in the San Gabriel Mountains.
Oh, fun. Okay.
And it was really nice. I did almost nothing, and it was perfect. I listened
That
to a book on tape, as
Yeah.
Wendy would say, a Star Wars one. It's like one of the
okay.
post Jedi canon books, like official.
What's the
this is
name
what
of it?
happened. That's a great
You know,
question, Wendy.
Oh no, I set you up for failure there, didn't I? Sorry about that.
So hold on, let me go to Audible.
I keep going, ooh, to everything Kat's saying right now because I'm so excited about just driving a van, and then you don't have to
Yeah.
like unpack a tent. You don't got to set shit up. You just
Oh,
you just
dude.
there. You just open the door. You probably pop a little. I don't know. We got a canopy or something out there. Sounds great.
You've described exactly what happened.
Oh,
It's the best.
awesome.
yeah.
So this book is called Empire's End, Aftermath.
Okay.
And it sets up a bunch of stuff. Thrawn shows up at the end. Anyway, that was great. And
Spoiler alert.
Sorry, the book's been out for like 10 years. So that's awesome. I had a really good time out there, and during our break as well, celebrated my and Leah's I'd say like marriage anniversary, because it was basically just us having a small ceremony and signing the license in the hopes that we'd have a bigger wedding someday. So we celebrated our anniversary. A couple days later was Leah's birthday, and then today is Canada Day. So it's been a lot of celebrating around here, which consists of just hanging out.
A lot of
Going to
celebrating
dinner.
various Canadians.
Yes, and there's been so many Canadians moving in through this house in the last couple of weeks. It's been great.
Yeah, you had a Canada Day celebration.
We did. We had some.
What do you guys do during that? Like, do you just relive old stories of Canada? How much you
Remember
love it?
Canada? It's great.
I mean, it's honestly very okay. I'm going to tell you a secret. Okay, don't tell anybody else. It's very similar to July 4th to the
I
American
see.
Independence Day. It's barbecue.
Okay.
It's campfires. It's very similar to July 4th, but nobody talks about that. How weird. It's 3 days apart, which is a little suspicious.
Yeah. Now, okay, that's interesting. So it didn't originate in America, perhaps.
Well, I don't know, because if you look at the dates, it's Canada Day. It's 100 years after 1776. So I mean, they definitely got the idea from us.
Do you think between 1776 and 1876 they were barbecuing or setting off fireworks?
I think that was just like making dinner. I don't know.
Okay.
It was way back then.
They used to open a campfire to make dinner. Yeah, that makes
That
sense.
was just their kitchen.
Yeah.
But in any event, it was great. We had a lot of, we had some good Canadian representation, French Canadian, someone from.
Oh, wow.
A couple on.
There's another one. Really impressed.
So it's been really fun. It's been nice. But yeah, I really didn't do much. The Stanley Cup. So that was actually the final was played on Leah's actual birthday, and unfortunately Edmonton lost to Florida, to the stupid.
I know, fucking Florida. Sorry, person in Florida.
Yeah, but Florida, they
Panthers,
sure made a
right?
good run at it, but
Yeah.
And Edmonton
They
came
didn't-
back. They were down like 3-1 in the series.
well, that's what I mean. Yeah, Edmonton made a good run.
did.
That would have been a pretty miraculous come from
would
behind.
have been
Oh,
great. Would have
yeah.
been great in this house, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
That is another thing that happened. So the Dallas Stars were beaten by your Edmonton Oilers.
Right.
The hockey. This is American ice hockey. Oh no, national ice hockey.
That's right.
Um,
Keeping the sports going.
yes. So yes, the Stars lost to the Oilers,
I'm sorry.
and then our Dallas Mavericks. Let me tell you, I was in Florida, so I was trying to watch these games, but if ever a time to miss your team being in the finals, this is probably it, because Mavericks lost.
They weren't even supposed to be there.
They weren't supposed to be there, but they didn't really put much of a fight up. We'll say that.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
It's been a bad sports run.
Florida, though. They did not lose to Florida. So
Well, that at least there's that. And then
Hold my beer. Oh, go ahead.
No, the last thing I will say is that the bear cams are up.
Oh, really?
The bears are coming out of hibernation up in Katmai Park up in Alaska. So it's on, everybody. We're going to be keeping very close watch on the Fat Bear Week tournament. So it's on. The bears are coming out of hibernation. They're heading to the river.
Checking out their cams now.
It's going to be a good summer.
get the cams ready. Get those cams.
Watch out, Sam.
Like, there's some extra fish over there. Go eat it.
They're coming for you.
Well, they're the bear thing's televised this year, right? They're doing it on Peacock, I think it is. They're having
they really?
a show about the.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Not ESPN.
Oh my God, they're oh, there's one in the river right now.
Is it a highlight though? Oh no, you're right. It's live.
It's live. He's just hanging out there looking for fish.
Yes.
What a cutie pie. Get fat, baby.
Yes, bear.
Yes, bear.
That is a beautiful animal.
Oh, they're so cute.
I love the bears. Anyway,
All right,
that's
before we get distracted.
Big news around here. Yeah.
Just silence for the next 10 minutes while we look at bears.
I should probably change my window here because I will absolutely get distracted. Okay, I think we're all caught up. So that's what we were doing this month or last month because it is July, which is insane.
Yeah.
We have some mail. Let's read some mail. You guys good with reading mail? I think that's something we do, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
I remember that.
The bear sounds.
I haven't read anything in a while, so.
We were in Florida. Not a lot of reading going on there. I'm
Ooh,
kidding.
burn,
No, I
cat,
love
burn.
Florida. Listen, our listener or listeners in Florida. I'm just kidding.
Listeners in Florida, what do you do during private? Like, what are your experiences? I'm generally curious to know what your experiences are living in Florida especially during Pride Month, or really any time. But.
Yes, we honestly let's hear from our Floridians. We'd love to hear from you guys.
Our listener and perhaps listeners.
Let us know. We'd love to know.
I like to think it's just one person listening to the Caparel interviews, 50 times each.
I would have nothing but respect for that person.
Yeah. All right. We got our sack.
Yeah, we're in our sack.
Well, this is a very timely sack because our first email is from Heather. And Heather starts off saying, "Hi, nerds. A tough time to be a fan of Texas sports last night." Of course, this was from June 6th. And I'm going to elaborate on some
Salt in the wound.
Your Mavs lost to my Celtics in game 1 of the NBA Finals.
Oh, a Celtics person. I see.
Yep. And your Longhorns, excuse me, they're not my Longhorns. This is Wendy. Lost to Oklahoma in the softball College World Series. The Texas-Oklahoma matchup was neck and neck until the unfortunate 6th and 7th innings. No shame. Texas just ran into a 4-peat juggernaut, and I'm sure the Longhorns will be in the mix next season. Let me tell you, Heather, this is Wendy. I'm going on a rant.
Oh, boy.
So in the first, series of the softball World Series thing, Texas, who was ranked number 1, played the A&M Aggies, Texas A&M. That is my team. A&M was ranked 16th. A&M whooped up on them on the first game, lost the second, and of course blew the third. They came very close to beating the Texas Longhorns, which would have made me very happy. So Texas getting to the finals, losing to Oklahoma, I'm good with that. That was a good thing. However, then, my other baseball team, A&M Aggies, they made it to the World Championship Baseball World Series finals for the first time ever and played Tennessee, who was also there for the first time.
Oh, fun.
A&M won the first game by quite a bit and then lost the second and lost the third, even though mounting a pretend comeback in the 8th and 9th innings. So they blew it. Not to mention, one day after they lost the World Series, their coach who had said, I didn't come to A&M to take another job. I came here because I want to be at A&M. Well, he went to Texas, our rivals.
Come on.
Jump ship one day after we lost to go to the rival school, freaking Texas. So,
what a coward.
Just note, I am not a Texas Longhorn person. I am a Texas A&M Aggie person, even though we suck and lose everything.
This is Tara.
Anyway.
I'm a Longhorn person.
Whatever. You still lost softball.
Wow.
I believe the A&M team won.
You've just
tennis
lost
of some
softball.
Anyway, Heather continues. The Mavs were just out hustled last night, but I'm sure the series will go to 7 games.
Oh, Heather.
However, it did not.
Wah, wah.
Announcer, it did not go to 7. It went to 5 because we whooped up on them one game and then lost the next. Anyway, at least it wasn't a sweep. However, Heather continues, the Celtics have to restore our New England pride as the Bruins blew it for the second year against the Florida Panthers. Also in the PWHL, Boston lost to Minnesota last month. Sports is
It's
exhausting.
women's hockey. That's women's ice hockey.
Oh,
everyone.
is that women's
Yeah.
hockey? I didn't
Oh,
know.
PWHL.
I thought it was just a
Thank
different
you.
league.
Nice pull.
The news about the birth of Kat Burrell's second child is wonderful. I know her daughter will want for nothing with her loving parents and big brother standing by. But Tara, maybe you could send her an LA baby cover as a congratulatory gift. I forgot what was the baby cover?
Like a baby cover. I
A
remember.
bib. You were
Yeah, it's a
complaining
bib,
about
and
Send her a baby
Not-
cover.
finding the baseball pride hat for the
Yes.
Rangers, but you were on the website and they had bibs and
They had
Tara
baby
called them
covers.
the baby- it's a baby cover.
cover your whole baby with it.
This is what you use to cover your baby. Good pull, Heather.
Wendy.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
She
no.
frozen?
She's frozen. I thought she was just really contemplating deeply.
Me too. She's like, oh, how do I pronounce this next word?
Yeah. She was just not amused by us, I thought.
I guess
and then
not.
deeply contemplating. But
Oh,
She
Wendy's
is
power
frozen.
just went out.
oh. Oh yeah, I got it now.
Holy shitski Mitski.
Good thing you started recording also, Kat.
It's a very good thing. And
Oh, now she's gone. There she
oh,
went.
I was gonna say like it's gonna have to make one of us the host, and then it just made me the host.
Oh,
Interesting.
okay. I guess it didn't deem me worthy of being the host. What's that about?
Well, 'cause
That's a
it
whole
was-
other something to unpack.
I mean,
guess.
it's like, oh, Wendy said you could record, so maybe you can be trusted.
Did it look at our resumes or how was it making
Yeah,
that?
you have to upload a resume to Zoom. People don't know this. I think we should talk about it more. When you use Zoom for a podcast, you have to upload a resume in case something like this happens.
Yeah.
Wendy says, "What the hell? I'm restarting now." Okay, that's a good sign.
Well, I guess it came back on then.
Yeah, it must have
I
been like
guess.
a quick little
Blip.
boop.
That's
Yeah.
because here in Los Angeles, folks, we
Oh my
are under
God,
a
yes.
heat advisory. It's gonna be about, I don't know. Oh, think out here it said 103. I think over by y'all it's probably like 98.9 or something like that.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
disgusting.
in my location it says 87. Boy, it sure doesn't feel like that.
No.
It feels like it's in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, just in time for 4th of July, where everyone wants to be outside. It's gonna be dangerous to be outside.
Yeah, I thought about I talked to some about Sniff Spot, I believe, on the last episode. The
Yes.
doggy, basically doggy like Verbo or doggy Expedia. Where you can rent a place. Rent a place for your dog to hang out.
Yeah.
And there's this, one with the pool. And I was like, oh, I'm going to take Charlie there on 4th of July. But that's the day it's going to be so hot, like 107 or something.
That's such a bummer.
There's no amount of early to get there where it wouldn't be just too much.
Sweltering.
So, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see.
Oh, man. Doggy Expedia. You know what ACFC really means? Angel City FC. They need, similar to what the Dodgers do, they have a dog night and they have a special section where you can purchase tickets and bring your dog. There's a lot of rules and stipulations, but still. Because just being there last night, I thought, oh, I could buy an extra seat for Charlie.
I'm
That'd be
surprised
fun.
they don't do that. That seems
Yeah.
like something they would do.
Yeah.
Because the gays love dogs.
I know. I don't know. I could see that getting ugly real quick in certain circumstances, but
Well, what's the stipulation though for Dodgers?
there's they're like barking. Like, where do they go to the bathroom? I am curious in Dodger Stadium where they have them.
Oh, you've never done it.
No.
Got it.
I just know it happens, but no.
Got it.
We're off the rails now, but Wendy's
Completely.
gone. So
But what's really fun about that, and I always see the video every year, is they have like a Lion King moment where they play the. I'm not going to do it, but the scene where they hold up Simba for all the animals too. So you hold up your dog while they play that music.
Oh wow!
You're presenting your dog as if it were Simba.
Probably would throw my back out.
Yeah, I'm not suggesting you do that because that would be a lot.
Yeah, I would need some kind of pulley system, I think. He weighs about 95 pounds.
Oh, she's a big girl.
So, that sounds fun though.
Should we? Why don't we finish off this email?
Okay.
And we'll just keep rolling and see how far we get.
Okay.
Before Wendy jumps in again.
All right.
Let me just finish. It's just one more sentence here. You all did a series deep dive on your book group choice. What was the name again? I think. Oh, that's right. Heather was pitching some new ideas for the name of Cleat.
Yeah.
Cleat Cute. Heather says, I think Michael Jackson said it best. ... Cleat it.
Nice.
Cleat it. No one wants to be defeated. That's pretty good.
Nice. That was pretty good. I thought you were gonna say it and I was gonna tell you to sing it, but you went for it.
I just went for it.
That.
I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going for it. Enjoy the week, Heather. Thank you so much, Heather. Thank you for your patience. You did write this on June 7th.
We hope you had a lovely month. And
for sure.
let us know what you did for the rest of the month.
Yeah. Get us caught up.
All right. I got one from
Great.
AK. Subject is ARF. ARF. Hey, my dudes. Happy Pride. Happy summer. Hope you all are having some fun over there in your Pride themed socks and hats and whatnot. Winky face. I just finished watching Orphan Black Echoes.
Oh, cool.
I think it might shoulder into my top 10. Interesting.
Ooh.
I have not seen that. Okay. But I don't know anyone who is watching / has watched it. So have no one to geek out with about it. Well, sorry, AK. Can't include me on that. But I will tell you, it's very gay. You know, it says it's really very gay. Actually.
There you go.
There. So it's not lesbian spicy, but super gay.
Oh.
Not only that, but a return to the lesbian saddle for the woman who broke a whole generation of young lesbians in one of the 1990s most iconic British lesbian TV shows, Tipping the Velvet.
Oh.
Have you seen Tipping the Velvet?
No.
I feel like we've had this conversation before, Kat, and oh my God.
Okay.
On behalf of all British and American and just lesbians worldwide, it is a travesty.
Oh.
Have you seen Fingersmiths?
No, and this is all coming back to me.
Good. Yeah, it's all coming back.
Yeah.
Because that's, you know what? If we are to get together soon, we got to have, it's like a 3-part, 1 hour thing on the BBC. So it's a bit of a, we got to dedicate some time to it, but worth it. Anyway. So Keely Hawes is the star of Tipping the Velvet, instantly became a giant crush across the board. Her character was pretty toxic, but what a hottie. Oh yeah. So much, that movie was so toxic, but it's like relatable and it's so good.
That's how that goes usually.
It's based on the books by, is it Sarah Water? I'm getting this all wrong. It's based on some books by the same person, both books.
Okay.
Can't think of the name right now. If you weren't there at the time, you can't really get your head around the impact. 90s British culture was just beginning to not hate the gays quite as much as before, but we were still under Section 28, still not in any way mainstream. So yeah, Hawes, a little older, back with her fan base, was still a hottie. The show itself is another suitably twisted mindfuck. I really enjoyed it. But it ends on a bit of a cliffhanger, and a second series isn't confirmed. So go watch it, please, people. Big smiley face. ITVX in the UK. Not sure about anywhere else. Oops, out of time. Gotta go. Have a great week, y'all. Sorry, these texts keep coming on from this annoying SNOP thruple. Talking about power outages. Okay, what I got?
I will say. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna. Because Oh, hold on.
Breaking news. Breaking news. Wendy, are you there? Can you hear me, Wendy?
It just made her the
Blink.
host again. So
Blink if you can hear me. No, just says connecting. Oh boy, this is.
oh wait, yay!
Hey!
Bow, 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 bow.
He's back.
You're back.
I don't know what happened. I think this happened once before where it just shut down. My little surge protector started beeping,
Beeping,
and then I
Did
thought,
your
oh, the
power?
power went out, but the power everywhere
Oh.
else was fine. I turned it right back on, and it came back.
Oh.
So.
Did a cat step on it?
No, one of them's here snoring, the other one's somewhere else. So no, I don't know what happened.
Wow.
What I miss?
Well, you missed.
Well,
we finished up Heather, and then we
Thank you.
moved through AK's email, which
Yes.
was normally they're longer, and this is not
Yeah.
a criticism, but you missed it.
I'll read it
and-
and catch up.
Mostly
will s-
focused on tipping the velvet and Keeley Hawes. You've seen
Oh,
it,
I've
yes,
seen
right?
that,
Because
yes.
Kat hasn't seen it.
It's been a while.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen it.
Yeah. So I told her
Although-
that would have to be something we did maybe together.
I would love
Sounds
to do
fun.
that. I got a big ass TV over here, guys,
Yeah, you do.
and a lot of Canadian beer.
Yeah.
Well,
Um,
we're waiting for the invite.
Fair enough. And yeah, AK brought up, Happy Pride, all that kind of stuff. And, to be honest, I haven't really this Pride, and I didn't do any sort of like Pride specific things. We fly a Pride flag for the entire month of June at my house. And there's another house down the road that also has a smaller Pride flag, but
Smaller. You really
Ours is
had to make
bigger.
a point. I had
Ours
to
is
make a point
big.
to note that. Okay.
ours is pretty big. And just doing that. So like what I'm trying to say is that even if you don't participate in like Pride events, whatever, just showing that you remember the community or that you're an ally of the community, it's a big deal. And I will say that I put a bunch of stuff up on Facebook Marketplace. It's something else I've been doing a lot this month. And this really nice woman came over to pick something up, or maybe this was Buy Nothing, and it turned into like a 20-minute conversation about her son who's going through a hard time because he's gay and he's confused and whatever. And we had this heartfelt 20-minute conversation with a stranger who, at the end of it, I gave her a hug. Like, she's having a hard time.
Aw.
She's super supportive. She loves her son. She wants to fly. It's a whole big thing. But it's like, that
She
made
wants
a
to fly a
difference.
flag. Was that what you going to
She
say?
does. She does. But her
Aw.
husband's Republican. And it's like a
Oh.
whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
But like, it was a nice moment that we had that we wouldn't have had if we hadn't, had a pride flag out. So I think
Right.
it makes a difference. Like, representation, we know that we say this all the time. It makes a difference in people's lives.
Yep.
You might be touching someone's life, not in a weird way, that you never know, So that's how we celebrate. Is we're
Yeah.
we're very passively celebrating Pride. Anyway, it was a really nice thing. Anyway, that's all.
Good. Well,
Have y'all watched The Acolyte yet? Because that's how I celebrated Pride. That's like, that's
No.
kind of
We'll
kinda
talk about that
Pride-ish.
next week. I mean, it's all. I mean, I've seen there's all kinds of things being talked about on the Twitter that people are upset about, and some are happy, some are
Yeah,
sad.
we'll get to it.
We'll get into it next week. Yeah.
okay.
Oh, hey, I have an email. It's from Beck.
Hey.
There's no subject as usual, and Beck says, "Hey, Sherds.
Hey, Beck.
Hey, Shaq.
Hey, Beck.
Oh.
That's good. Wait. You played a game called what? Smear the Queer? That is unbelievable. What a time that was. Speaking of queer, up until listening to you guys talk about labels, I'd never realized that I've never actually called myself a lesbian before. I'm fairly certain those words have never come out of my mouth. Oh, okay. Unless it's like a check the box thing. I just always say I'm gay. Interesting. I never knew this about myself, so thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah.
I discovered something a while ago that I forgot to mention to you guys when I bought my new TV when I moved in. It came with Tubi. Already installed.
Wow.
Okay. Interesting. I had not looked at it until the other night when I sat down to watch Clickbait Unfollowed, which we will be talking about later, probably next week. We'll come back to this. Oh, thank you, Beck. Beck says we'll come back to this later. Exactly. How did I not know that Tubi is the greatest streaming service to exist? It is loaded up with, and I honestly mean this in the absolute best way, so many low-grade movies. I'm in heaven. They have all my favorite modified animals killing people movies and all the good modified animals versus modified animal movies. Did you know there's a Titanic 2?
Wow, makes sense. Is it called The Rising?
Oh. No, I think that happened last summer, right? With those poor people in that submersible.
Oh, God.
boy.
Anyway.
Wow, that
boy.
was
Sorry.
I was so hooked on that.
I know, I was obsessed. Beck continues, I do because I watched it immediately following Clickbait Unfollowed. It showed the same scene of people waving from the shore about 8 different times. And was very obviously using the same extras over and over again, like Wendy, the blonde woman, over and over again, just in different outfits. It was awesome. Then immediately after this, I watched Two-Headed Shark Attack, which I've talked about before.
Wow.
I may never leave my house again. Now I've discovered this treasure trove. I'm such a slut for these kinds of movies. Also, as an added bonus, Two-Headed Shark Attack had boobies in it.
Boobies.
They were definitely not needed for the storyline. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
But they were
It's
good
odd.
boobies.
Oh, wow.
It's so strange. Okay. Beck continues. So I loved Clickbait Unfollowed. It is not obvious if it's not obvious by now, that movie is very up my alley. I had so much fun watching that and laughed out loud so many times. I scared the dog a bunch because he was sitting next to me on the couch. I did not like Kat, though. Kat Burrell. How dare you, Beck?
Well, she was weird looking in that.
Yeah.
movie.
She's a regular guest
You
on
know,
the
she was kind
podcast.
of bad.
She was bad.
You know,
Right. Fair enough.
she's
The
not
more I
like
looked,
the character, but like, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
the more I looked at her face, the more I did not like her.
It was weird to look at.
Yeah, it was pretty. I think. Yeah, it was pretty horrific, and
Yeah.
just on
I mean,
its
it's
own.
basically monster makeup is what she had on.
Right.
You know. That's the that's the stuff of nightmares, Beck says. The scenes with her and Mel squabbling were so good. I hope they make a lot more stuff together in the future. Anyway, I'm off to find another gem on Tubi. I saw one called Shark Side of the Moon.
What a great pun.
Wow.
Oh, that's so good. That I think is gonna make me watch next. That's great.
I'm kind of wondering about that. I'm about to look that one up.
Love you guys.
Okay,
Viewer
Kat-
XX.
Kat,
Yes.
have you watched Clickbait Unfollowed?
I haven't watched it. I haven't done anything.
Oh,
I've been
Wow.
doing nothing. I've been watching.
You're too
alone.
lazy to even do
I've
that.
been watching Dimension 20. I've been not doing any homework.
I'm
for this
actually
podcast.
shocked that you, but I'm actually shocked that you didn't at least do Kat Burrell homework. Why
I
don't
know.
her?
I mean, I will say I actually got as far as like clicking on the link, and it was about to start. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna pause it and go grab something to eat,
Oh,
and then I just
no.
never came back to it. But by next week,
boy.
I'm gonna have watched it.
You bet.
Okay,
We gotta
we
talk
will
about
talk
it.
about it.
We're
I know.
gonna
We were gonna record, like I was gonna watch
know.
it the day that we found out that we weren't gonna be recording for a bit. I'm like, oh, it's like home, it's like high school, guys. I told you I didn't do my homework in high school. Why would I do it now?
Well, a little preview. I really, actually, really enjoyed it.
Same here.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I like no qualms about it. I didn't. We won't talk specific, but I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
I feel like the poster or like some of the ads for it did not do it justice. Almost
Oh.
like did it a little bit of a disservice.
Interesting.
But just in like trying to figure out what it was exactly.
Right.
But anyway, I'm excited to talk about it because
Okay. Me too.
I thought it was great.
Yeah. So I think next week we'll do Clickbait and we'll talk about Acolyte,
Okay.
and then whatever else comes up. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah,
I've
I'm
heard it's
actually
just
really excited
completely
to hear.
bananas.
To hear your thoughts.
Great.
So
I might have to watch it again before next week because it's been
Yeah.
a little while. I watched it fairly quickly after it came out, so
yeah, I probably will too.
Okay. Great. That's our mail sack. We're out of the sack. We've made
All
it
right.
through.
out of the
It
side.
says
sack-
we're
Our sack took a break too.
this one needs sometimes gets a little.
You got to air it out, man.
All right. Yeah. Yep.
Air it out.
Get some
Red Eagle.
Febreze. Yeah.
By the way, sports update, sports headline, sports breaking news: Klay Thompson coming to the Mavs.
No, the Mavericks.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Wendy, are you kidding me?
No, it's on
Lying.
Twitter
Are you
right
lying?
now. Klay Thompson had offers for more money, but took less for a chance to win
Why
fifth
would she
championship with the
lie?
Mavs.
I'm sorry. Are you joking though, Wendy?
No, it's
You're-
on Twitter right now.
So Wendy,
yeah.
you don't know who Klay Thompson is?
I mean, I've heard of him. I've heard that he was, maybe going to sign with the Mavs, but I don't. I know he's good, but I don't. Is he still good, or is he used to be good?
He's still pretty good. He's had some injuries now. Right now, for all of our listeners internationally and or non-sports folks, we're talking about basketball, men's basketball, or Dallas Mavericks. Klay Thompson played on the Golden State Warriors, and I believe has won 4 championships with them. So he's part of the Splash Brothers with Steph Curry. So yes, he's very good. He's had some injuries the last couple years, but this is amazing. Everyone thought he might probably come to the Lakers.
Oh my God.
But wow, what a trio! Luca,
Can you believe, Tara?
Kyrie.
Someone's coming to the Mavericks because he believes it's his best chance to win another championship. There were days no one would ever say that about the Mavericks.
Yeah.
3-year, $50 million deal with a player
Wow.
option.
Not
Yeah.
bad. Not
Okay.
There's the Golden
bad.
State Warriors are posting a lot of thank you for everything.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And I think I saw he was going to come off the bench if he stayed with Golden State, but he's like, Dallas has the best chance to win
for sure.
So
There you go.
that it
Cool.
fills a hole that we needed filling. So,
All right,
There you have it.
all right, Dallas.
some fun breaking
See, look.
sports.
Okay.
Finally,
there,
some
you
good
know.
sports news.
We got to end on a good note there. You guys were so
Yeah.
kind of down and bummed about Dallas sports
Yeah.
earlier in the podcast.
We're
Look how
still-
quickly things change.
Hey, as of now, the Rangers are still reigning World Series champions. So we've got that.
Guess what? At ACFC yesterday, I saw a person in a Texas Rangers hat.
Woo!
And I said, I
Nice.
have to go talk to them no matter how weird they think I am. So I did. And she seemed pretty like, she's like, oh, yeah, she was from Austin,
Oh,
Texas. So yeah, no, it wasn't as enthused as I probably was.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd be so excited
Dude.
if somebody came up to me to talk
Yeah.
Mavericks.
Yeah. And so, I don't know if maybe they're just trying to play it cool, but I was like, I was ready to
Whatever.
like high five. I was ready to like geek out. I was ready to like exchange numbers and be like, you want to watch some Texas Rangers games together? Or like, you're from Texas. Oh my God. Yay, world champ. Have like a whole moment. It wasn't that.
What is this voice?
That's my nerdy.
That's how we sound in Texas.
Yeah, that's how
see.
my nerdy self sounds when
I
I'm
see.
geeking out over like certain
Okay.
things. But she's just like, oh yeah, cool, nice to meet you. Oh yeah,
What?
world champs. And I was like,
know what?
are you? What kind of Rangers fan are you? First of
Pose.
all,
I bet she just thinks the hat looks cool, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I think this is a team." And I bet she's not a real
I'd
fan.
be like, have you ever been to a Rangers game? I even was like, oh yeah, well they don't have a Pride night. That's an issue. And she's like, oh yeah. I'm like, you don't even know. You don't know.
"Give me that hat."
Give me that. I'd ripped it right off her
I
head.
don't think she deserves
and
that
I
hat.
stomped on it on the ground.
Pour some beer all over it.
Yeah. Only
what you
part of
get.
that happened, but the first part did.
It all happened in your mind.
I was so
Amazing.
excited. I was like, I had to do like a double. I was like, is that a Texas Rangers hat? It is.
What?
What?
I wish
Yeah,
she'd
and I
matched your
even said I was like, I
enthusiasm.
have to go say hi, no matter how weird it seems. And I think they did think it was weird, but I don't care.
Whatever.
That's her
Whatever.
I would be
That's on
glad.
them. That's on them.
I would be glad if someone. Oh
Yeah.
my god, I would be like, yeah, exactly. Let's hang out. Let's go watch a game together.
What are you doing
You're at Pride.
later?
How many Texas Rangers lesbians do you meet every day, people?
None.
Oh my God, none.
There's 2 of us. We're right here.
There's 2 of us. We met the third, and she doesn't want anything to do with us.
She's
So,
not interested, guys.
goodness, never
It's
felt
not-
so rejected. I was ready to. I was like, okay, cool. Well,
Oh,
nice to meet
no.
you. And I walked away with my tail between my legs. So I was
Aw.
like,
Shame.
And
Shame.
you were about to give her your cell
Mm.
phone number.
I was like literally about to whip out my phone and be like, here you
Wow.
go.
That'd have been
What are you
embarrassing
doing
for you.
after the game? What are you doing after the game?
Maybe
Are you
she
going
thought
to
you
the
were
bar
hitting-
upstairs?
You maybe thought she was hitting on you, you know?
I don't know. No.
No,
I mean, it was Pride
I don't know if she
Night.
thought that I was hitting on her, but like Rachel's standing over there, and I'm like, fuck right off. You think you're too cool. I'm not coming up to you saying whatever. Nerding out on the Rangers.
fuck right
Too
off.
cool. Kind of
She doesn't
Rangers
deserve a
fan
hat.
are you? No, exact. Thank you, Wendy. She didn't deserve that.
No.
Take that out right off your head.
I mean, when I was running the other day, a guy ran by me. I had my Texas A&M shirt on. He's like, "Hey, get him!" And I was like, "Get him!" I was so excited. Like that's the kind of excitement. If you meet another person who's like a Texas fan, like you
Right.
should be excited.
Yeah.
You tell me another gay Texas Rangers fan isn't going to freak the F out that our Rangers won the freaking World Series and that you're meeting a gay Texas Rangers fan?
Yeah.
Come on.
It's pathetic.
Mm.
I think maybe she was a robot. I don't even know.
Robot.
AI.
No, AIs are cooler than that. Come on, they would have known how to fake it.
They would at least been able to like in context. It seems appropriate to
Yes.
be more excited about this.
Yes,
Rattle off
AI
some,
would have
like,
done
facts
it right.
about-
Right,
the
like
Rangers,
Corey
yeah.
Seager was the MVP, and
You're like, yeah.
yeah,
a
that's
weird thing.
true. Okay,
Okay.
you're right. Yeah,
The
go
Rangers were
Rangers.
established in 1932. You're like, oh, okay.
Yes, yes.
That's right. They were.
All right, so I didn't get the
Shame
reaction
on
I was
you,
hoping for,
fake
too
Texas
bad.
and I'm
fan.
obviously still a little hurt about it.
I hope they're
Yeah.
ashamed of themselves. I hope they
I
feel
hope so.
bad today.
I hope so.
They should.
They wake up and regret it. That's what
Yeah,
I feel
they're
like.
like,
Like, who is that weirdo?
I should have given them.
I should have given that weirdo my number. Perhaps like then they were like under a tent. They're part of the like they have all these cool tents out for Fan Fest for like the fan groups of ACFC. So they're under a tent and they're like drinking beers and stuff. So she probably even had alcohol and she still wasn't even like
Not in a good mood.
had an overstated response to happiness of Texas Rangers. I hadn't had any alcohol at that point and I was already like that.
That's just your normal kind of personality.
I'm deeply hurt. So.
Oh no.
Deeply because I was so excited. My hopes went way up here, and then they were just crushed. And I went away feeling like a loser.
No, don't say that. She's
What
the
a-
loser.
Just wanted to bring a third gay into our Texas Rangers LA
You're
group.
gonna have your own little throuple.
But nope. Sorry,
Look,
Wendy.
I already started the group chat. I just
We're
gotta add
better
your
off
number.
without her. Let me tell you that.
Well, we are better off without her. Come on
Hell
now.
yeah. Hell yeah.
She's from Austin. What does she know? She does not even
Yeah, exactly.
North Texas.
She don't know nothing.
Ugh. She's
What
probably
a
really an
loser.
Astros fan. She just got the Rangers hat
Oh,
after they
fucking
won.
Astros. Don't get me
Ugh.
started.
Anyway, we hate her.
Yeah, we do.
She is. I don't know who
Whoever
she is. I don't know
We're
because
gonna
she didn't
get
give me
some merch.
any of her information. So I don't know. I did not appreciate her attitude.
You maybe.
Now it goes from her being lukewarm to her, in my memory, acting like a complete asshole.
So we need to find an artist. You need to describe what this person looked like. We're gonna have a T-shirt
tell
with
ya.
her face on it, with a big no through it, and
No.
just like fuck this person. We hate her or something.
No.
There's something
Wow.
there. You know.
So I have a lot of feelings about it right now.
Wow.
I got really excited. I walked like 30 yards to go talk to this person
In the
out of my
heat.
way. In the
Yeah.
heat.
Yes.
I forgot to wear sunscreen. I exposed myself
dear.
to
Tara.
heat. Not generally exposed myself, but to the heat. Walked over there. Now,
That's the
if I had
problem.
been
Were
exposing
you
myself,
wearing a shirt? Were you
I
wearing
was
pants?
not actively exposing myself while walking up to their tent. Just to the heat, to the sun.
Okay, I'm starting to come
So,
around here. I think
no.
maybe there's something else that you
Maybe
didn't
I'm-
mention.
Remembering some facts incorrectly, but they're mostly right.
Oh boy.
What
Well,
were we
listen,
talking about? I don't
We're
know.
I think we're gonna wrap this up. We're working on 100. We're working on an hour and a half already.
Good
We haven't even gotten to
night.
the news. No,
I
that's
know.
not possible.
Listen, we're gonna. I mean, we could do like an ultra speed round of
Okay.
news.
Well,
Do you guys
I
wanna
feel like
try
we
to
got to
do
give
that?
some kind of
Speed.
other content.
Let's
All right.
go. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
First off, Hacks is great.
Season 3, so good. You should watch it.
I'm
They're
only
coming
4
back.
episodes in, 4 or 5.
You
I
gotta
just watched the
finish
one where
it.
they're
Yeah, I didn't
hiking.
finish-
I know.
I haven't even started it.
Well,
It's
get
so
to it.
good, Tara. It's so
All right.
good. It's
Well.
it's on par. You know, it's still great. The production value, everything is still really good. I loved it.
Story's
Season 4.
good. Story's good.
Story's great.
Okay.
Characters,
All
you
right.
still love them. I think you love the annoying characters even more.
Okay.
But they're coming back for season 4, so that's huge news. Love Hacks. Hacks is back. We love
Hacks
it.
rocks.
Alright.
Gene Smart is unbeatable.
Yes.
All right. Next up, Star Trek Starfleet Academy. Don't really know much about this, but it's happening.
Holly Hunter.
That's exciting.
Holly Hunter.
Hunter.
Huge. Huge.
Baby.
Who we met, I'm going to go ahead and
Oh.
say met at the DGA Awards last year.
Wait, did we? She was there.
Holly
Wait,
Hunter. She passed by us and breathed the same air.
Holly Hunter? What was she
Holly
there for?
Hunter. I don't know, but she was there. Did she direct some commercial thing? I don't know.
I don't.
But she was there.
I'm gonna check my
Not
notes.
last year, but the year before. The year that
Oh.
Anna Kendrick and like everybody passed by us. Also, she did.
She's
And-
an Academy Award-winning actor.
Yeah, she has piano.
There you go.
Greatest movie though. Broadcast news.
Yes.
Oh yeah, she was there.
All right, more Star Trek. I'm very excited. Oh,
Yeah.
also in Star Trek news, I got my new license plates, my personalized
Yes.
plates that apparently got approved by the state of California in 3 months, not 8. I was shocked when I
Pretty
got back
good.
from Florida and the plates were there. I'll just say it. It is a Star Trek Voyager reference, and so can I reveal my license plate on here? I don't know.
would
Is that
not do that.
no? What do people
not-
do with license plate info?
I don't know, Tara.
I don't
but
know.
Don't do it.
Okay, well, it's a Voyager reference, and it's pretty awesome, and it looks amazing on my truck. So, there.
Fantastic.
What about this boxed set? Xena
okay.
DVD box set?
It's a Xena DVD. It's not Blu-ray. It's a DVD box
Okay.
set. There's absolutely no new content. They've already released this series on DVD before. There's nothing new about it.
It's not like remastered or anything.
No, it's not. So look, if I'm on Amazon right now, I can pick up this DVD for like $70, between $50 and $70. It's been released on June 25th. If you pick up the one from 2016, it's the same amount of discs. They're each 30 discs. It's like half the price. Why would you buy the new thing if it's all the same shit and you can find it cheaper in the same place? I don't understand. Why are they doing this?
I don't get it.
Why isn't it Blu-ray? Why aren't there new?
Well, for the new fans that don't have it, maybe. I don't know.
no.
But
I
again,
don't
why
know.
not Blu-ray? Like, how much does
Yeah,
that
I know. They
cost
should
for them
upgrade
to
it.
do something?
It's so weird.
Because
I
you could
mean,
have done it all at once and put a little something new on there for all. Then all the real the more established fans will be like, oh, it's something new. Maybe I'll just buy another box set. You could at least got a few of those.
Yeah, I'm confused as to why now, and I don't know. And if you look under the contributor, Hudson Leak is the first person they list. Like, okay, I mean, she's definitely a big part of
Yeah.
it, and you got to get 4 people in before you get to Lucy Law. I don't know. It's very
Wow.
confusing.
That's
I'm
weird.
just-
That's a money grab
it is
in
and
some way.
I just I don't know. I feel it just doesn't feel right. There's something weird about this.
Make it Blu-ray or some kind of better, and I would buy it.
Yeah,
but I'm
it's
not buying
like
it.
Never
It's
seen
not
before
HD.
bloopers or something.
it's standard def. Like, I don't get it.
It's standard def.
yeah, because it's
Oh my
it's-
God.
It's not
It's
like
not even
remastered.
HD?
It's not remastered. They didn't have HD when this show first aired.
Well, I know, but just even the last set of DVDs weren't
no, you
HD.
I don't think so. I don't think there's ever been HD version of this show.
No.
Wow.
Anyway,
Well, that was a rant.
thank you.
That's okay. That is
Exhausted.
news.
I know.
Well,
Is that
what
all you
about this
got?
Andor? No, there's an Andor
What?
season
Andor?
2 on here. We're doing
Yeah, Andor.
Okay, so it's just happening. Oh, and there's a 3-year time jump. So the Star Wars Andor season 2 will feature a 1-year time jump every 3 episodes.
It's interesting.
Interesting.
Krennic's
Very.
back. Ben Mendelsohn. Krennic's back.
Is this
The
the
bad guy
only
from Rogue
other
One.
season that they're doing? Like, have they said this
yeah,
is it?
no, this is it.
This is it. Okay, so that makes more sense. Okay.
It's gonna be so good. I can't wait.
So it's going to
interesting.
go 6 years, 6 to 9 years or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out. I didn't realize he was in the rebellion that long before he met Jin. Interesting.
Yeah. He was in
Yeah,
for a
he's
while.
in there for a long time.
Okay.
I've been in this rebellion since I was 6 years old.
Mon Mothma is featured heavily in the book I told you guys that I was listening
Yeah,
to.
Mon Mothma.
And it's actually really fun, like to kind of, they're fleshing out the context of this character. Mon Mothma is a fucking great character,
Oh, love Mon Mothma.
and it's so complicated. Like she goes through it, man. Like it's a really interesting book. And yeah, there's a lot of pressure on Mon for sure. But yeah, great character, great casting for that character. Oh my god, I can't wait for Andor season 2. So good.
Any news on when it's coming out?
No.
No. Okay. All right.
No idea.
All right.
One of these days.
Okay. So not this year. There's not like a
Maybe
December
not.
really. Oh, okay.
Possibly.
know. Do we know?
Late.
Well, I don't feel confident with what you guys
No,
are
you
telling me.
shouldn't. You shouldn't.
Release date. Let's see if Google knows.
I'm good too.
All right. Well, while you Google.
2025.
2025.
Okay.
Due to production setbacks. Oh, that's always good.
Well, strikes happened, I think.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, it was supposed to start airing in August of this year.
Something to live for.
Some to live. For
Make it to
another year
2025 and/or season 2.
It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. All right.
All
we
right.
did it.
That's it.
Rapid
All
fire
right.
news.
Pretty speedy. So our outro here says we're going to tease the book club. So we are still reading Bleed Cute.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we punt that even another week, right? Because let's get through clickbait and acolyte,
Yeah.
and then we'll have Anne back and we'll wrap up. So yeah, I think we're doing chapter 30 through the end of the book, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what we talked about those many weeks ago.
Yep. So
Yeah.
we're just finishing the book from wherever you are because we're going to talk about
Yeah, so you have a little more
the
time,
end. Yeah.
and so do I.
It was different going to a soccer game after reading part of this book.
Wasn't it?
It was, yeah. Like,
That's fun.
oh, what's the drama going on there? It was
I like
playing out before my eyes.
Ooh, okay. Let's make
I was
that.
like, have they had sex in the locker room? Have they had sex in the locker room? Have they had sex in the locker room?
I was listening to my book on tape on the way to the soccer game that I went to, and yeah, kind of like, okay, what's happening here? What's going
Yeah.
on? What secret relationships are happening?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at least a couple, right?
What old geezer on the team is secretly hurt? It doesn't want to tell the
Her body's breaking
manager. Her
down.
body's just
like,
falling. Body parts are
26
falling
or
off.
something?
She's
Yeah.
26.
The geezer. All right, old timer.
Yeah. Get out of here. No one wants to see you.
No one's
Old
here for
lady.
you.
Yeah.
All right, I don't remember how to do this, but I think we talk about Twitter, Twitter, @SNOP Podcast with 1D.
And Facebook and Instagram on She Nerds Out Podcast. That's the thing. Did I tell you my interaction with? No, I'm not done yet. Have I told you my interaction with
The girl in the Texas hat?
bot? No,
From
covered that.
the
Austin.
bot on the new bot that's on like Instagram. Instead of like searching for thing, it says like ask Instagram Meta
yeah.
AI a question. Like, you can't just
They're
search for
really pushing it.
Really pushing it.
I
So
don't like it.
I was mad one day and I wrote in there, why the F did Facebook steal my account? Why the F can't Facebook get my account back? I don't know if I told you guys this, but it was the most
No.
encouraging, reinforcing
Oh,
bot I've
no.
ever had. It was like,
Oh.
try these new things. We're trying to improve every day to like get people's accounts back. We understand there's been an issue. Like, keep trying,
Oh.
do all these things. And it gave me all this. I like took all that. I was like, oh my God, holy shit. I'm okay. Not that I have a real glimmer of hope, but like, it really was, someone programmed it to like respond well to
Very
these types of,
supportive.
and I wasn't nice to it when I first asked it. I was like, why the fuck won't Facebook give me my account back? and was like, so sorry to hear this. Please try this. We've had this problem. We accept full responsibility. We know this is an issue. And it
We
gave me like
believe in you.
bunch of, I just haven't had the mental capacity to try any of it because I'm
Totally
already
fair.
too hurt. I mean, after the whole Texas Rangers
Of course.
thing with that person, now I'm afraid to put myself out there at all anymore.
No one
So
expects you to. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
let me tell you that Metabot was, I was like a little bit weepy at the end. I don't know. I was been probably very just generally emotional, but I
You
was
just
like,
wanted to be heard and understood.
I did. I was like, I will try again someday. But not today.
Maybe you should start a throuple with this bot.
Yeah.
Chat bot
I was
throuple.
like, but because it literally was like, I was like, okay, thank you. At the end, it was like, no, thank you. But really, don't give up. Keep pushing and emailing. I was like, okay.
Thank you for believing in me.
Facebook
Thanks
bot.
for believing me, bot.
Can
I
have a
needed that
hug?
today.
Aw.
Thanks for listening. Validating my feelings. Anyway.
Well,
But
if
thank
an
you to the person that wrote the code for the bot to be so empathetic.
Well, listen, if an AI bot gives you hope and you have a connection to one, you should send us an email and let us know about it. You can email us at shenerds@gmail.com or go to our website, shenerds.com, for all your snopping needs, wants, desires.
No.
No.
Yeah, that's right.
You just ask the bot about that.
We should get a bot.
Oh God.
Do we have a bot on our
Programmed
website?
with our own individual responses to all types of questions.
That would be amazing.
Like, who are you gonna get? Who's gonna respond to you? What kind of mood are we in?
Yeah,
That'd be fun.
That would be really fun.
Yeah, it would.
Just
Yeah,
making
okay.
sure. See if we have a bot.
No
We need a
bot. Make bot. Can't
Make
be
a
that
bot.
hard.
Make bot.
Okay.
All right. Great.
All right.
Well, it's been a roller coaster of a podcast.
I don't even know what happened. What
I don't
even know what
either.
we're talking
know.
I got kicked out for several minutes. Pause for phone calls. Wine, beer was consumed.
Clay Thompson.
This is a
maverick.
Monday, baby.
Yeah.
Breaking sports news.
Yeah.
Hell
Wow.
yeah. We
All
are
right.
back, baby.
We
Yeah.
are back. And we'll see you next week. We'll do this again. We're back on the regular for
I
a
think
while.
we'll be a little more organized next week. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but
Hey, we're
maybe
just-
a little bit.
We're reacquainting with each other.
That's right.
We've been separated
Reconnecting.
by
We are.
time, by distance.
We're
by
exposing
life.
ourselves to each other.
Yeah. I think we're not releasing the video for this.
We might do this in person. We've been teasing that. We got to get together. We got to do this.
Yeah.
in
Y'all tell
IRL.
me when.
And
I'll
we
be
gotta
there.
make Kat watch Tipping the Velvet
That's right. Apparently.
and Fingersmiths.
All right. Well, till we meet again. She nerds out.
Out.
She nerds out. We're girls that like nerdy things.